Welcome back to another lecture. Today we are going to cover topic 1.3, European exploration in the Americas, and the theme that we're looking at is America in the world. Our learning objective for this topic is explain the causes of exploration and conquest of the New World by various European nations. Now we're starting to see more of the European experience in North America and South America. The first key concept, and the only key concept, is European nations' effort to explore and conquer the New World stemmed from a search for new sources of wealth, economic and military competition, and a desire to spread Christianity. This goes all the way back to the Crusades of the 10th to the 13th century, in which the Catholic powers of Europe were trying to retake the Holy Land in Jerusalem. While they were there, they were being exposed to new goods like spices, silk, and other textiles. They ended up wanting to have more of these goods be brought to Western Europe, and in order to do so, they had to travel very long overland trade routes or very long and difficult sea routes. Because of a lack of a direct sea route, it cost a lot of money and it was not very profitable. So they began to look for a better way or a better route that they could control so it wasn't as expensive. This is when the Portuguese began to look for a route that goes around Africa. In 1488, the Portuguese were able to navigate to the very tip of Africa at the Cape of Good Hope. By 1498, Vasco da Gama is able to circumnavigate the African continent and reach India. At the same time, in 1492, Christopher Columbus is granted financial backing, ships and a crew by the Spanish crown to go to Asia via the Atlantic Ocean. Christopher Columbus's theory was that the world was not just round, but that it was smaller than people had estimated, so that one could make a trip across the Atlantic and reach Asia without a problem. Well, it turned out that there was another set of continents in between Europe and Asia, so he ended up reaching the Bahamas. And though he made 3 separate trips after his initial trip, each and every time that he kept going back, he was under the impression that he had reached the East Indies. That's what they referred to as what we know as Southeast Asia. That's why he called the people that he encountered in the New World Indians, because he continued to believe that he was in the Eastern Hemisphere, but in fact, he was just in the Caribbean. Now, we've talked about how Europeans wanted wealth and wanted new goods, but once they find this new land and these new people, there are more motives to continue to explore. Once news reached Europe about the new continent, its people, and its precious resources, interest in the New World increased. Ferdinand and Isabella continued to send explorers down so that they could convert all the people that they encountered and get the gold that they had seen evidence of. Ferdinand and Isabella had a strong motivation to continue to spread Catholicism, as they had just finished reconquering the Iberian Peninsula from the Moors, the Muslim conquerors from the Umayyad dynasty. The evidence of gold in the New World was found early when Christopher Columbus reached the Caribbean. He bounced around the islands of what is now the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba. And he saw the Taino people that lived there had some jewelry or necklaces that showed signs of gold. So they wanted to go out and find its source. All of the search for gold stemmed from the rivalry with the Portuguese and the quest to enrich themselves further. The rivalry with Portugal and the possibility of precious metals like gold fueled further exploration. The geography of the Caribbean where Columbus landed was actually more favorable to sugarcane plantations, but as the Spanish continue to send more explorers into North and South America, they're going to find this gold. The pictures that you see here are examples of gold from the Aztec and the Incan empires in Mesoamerica and South America. And in the bottom right, you see the illustration of the Taino people that are being used as coerced labor to extract the gold and bring it back to Spain. All right, so that's it. Finally, here we have a quick recap. You have to remember that Europeans sought new trade routes for Asian goods, and the Spanish and the Portuguese rivalry prompted a new route across the Atlantic. Missionary goals of conversions were driven by the Spanish crown, and finally, the discovery of gold fueled further explorations. Thank you for watching. If you would like to watch the next lecture, you can click on the video link on the screen. And if you're looking for more practice to help you on the AP exam, you can visit apushslides.com. I wish you the very best in all of your studying, and I hope to see you back on the next lecture.